Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've seen loads of these power hour speed cleaning videos flying around YouTube at the moment and they are right up my street. So Fraser has just gone to work and I have successfully managed to get both kids sleeping at the same time. I need to give you video evidence, sound asleep. So I've just poured myself a coffee to fuel this next hopefully hour that I managed to get done. I'm going to try and speed clean this whole downstairs area, the kitchen, the living room, the back room, the hallway, the floors, everything that's just kind of got on top of us over the last few days. I'm just going to try and get tore right into it while I've got no children. But let's just see how we get on, because you know what happens as soon as you need to do something and both kids are sleeping, one of them will wake up. But we shall see. Bottoms up. Let's do it. The first thing I do when it comes to tidying up is just getting all the chaos away. So I'm just tidying away Ella's toys and any of the rubbish that's just been left lying around. I like to make sure that everything is just clear before I start cleaning. So each room I normally start on individually and I will then start to just tidy up all the toys. And what I do is I take the toys and put them on the stair, because then I don't forget to take them upstairs later when I'm passing by. Earlier on I had Charlie in his wrap, so I am just tidying away this huge piece of material and also some nappies as well. And we've got this really handy storage footstool, so I'm just going to pop everything in there. It's a great way to put all of the nappies and wipes and everything out of sight, but also at hand just when you need them. Over on our radiator cover, it is filled with like lipsticks that are left over, some tools and some pens and just some general rubbish. So I'm just going to put everything back in its place. I'm making sure that I'm putting the pens in a pencil case, because these are the kind of things that just go walkabout if you don't keep a track of them. I also pop my lipstick into my bag so that I know what it is for next time. I found some really disgusting old eyelashes, so those are for the bin. No way I could use them again. I've also got some clothes that are drying on the radiator, so they are now dried from this morning, and I'm just going to fold them and pop them on the stair too, so that I don't forget to take them up when I am going upstairs. Found a snotty hanky as well. That's just a given when you've got children, isn't it? And as you can see, I've now got a little assembly line of things that have to go up the stairs, just toys and clothes that need to be put away, and I will not pass by them and forget them because they're sitting right there. I'm just going to pop Ella's monitor in this console table storage unit that we have. It's also filled with just like headphones and candles and just general junk. And there's also some cards from Father's Day that we haven't put away, but I'll put them in a memory box later, and at the moment I'll just put them in the console table. There's also some like little bits of jewellery and just bits and bobs still sitting around, so I'm just going to try and put everything back in its place. Again, more has just been added to the stair lineup, so I am going to have my hands full. And I've also got Charlie's Ashton and Parsons powders that need to go back in the box. I'll pop them away because they're quite expensive. I don't want to be missing out on any of those. So now everything is tidied, it is time to get on with some cleaning. And I am just going to give everything a big dust over first and get away all of the dust before I start spraying anything on. I don't want big smear marks everywhere, so I always dust everything down with a microfiber cloth first, and then I go on to spray all my antibacterial sprays. We have lots of glass and mirrored furniture and everything is white, so it's essential everything is all polished off nice and shiny. And I'm also at the moment just going to stick a candle on with a wax melt to let this room smell nice and fresh for when I'm all finished. Next, onto the glass console table, I need to take everything off first and give it a dust. And then I absolutely swear by this, it is white vinegar spray. My brother actually told me about this, and it's so good for using on glass furniture and windows. It absolutely stinks, but it is so worth it. And when you've got a wax melt in the background burning, then it takes away the smell and it's not quite as bad. I'm just giving everything a nice polish up with some kitchen roll as well, just to really dry things off and make sure that there's no marks. And then everything that was on the table gets a good polish up and dust as well. And then I just pop everything back in place to make sure that everything is all lined up the way it should be. And all my little ornaments are all arranged the way that they were before. Next, I have to go into cleaning my gallery wall. I've got lots of photo frames, and because they are quite big, they gather loads of dust, so I need to get them dusted off and also shine up the mirrored ones. And then I just go for the floor lamp and give that a little bit of a dust. And next it is onto the fire. We're not supposed to really use many products on the fire because it's granite, so I'm just going to use my white vinegar spray because that is the most natural, and just give everything a good polish up and get all the dust off it and anything that's fallen down from the chimney. Next, onto my skirting boards and making sure that that raisin there is taken away, and there's also a little splash there which I'm going to assume is from the dog. So I'm just giving everything a nice polish up to make sure that the skirting boards are nice and white and there's no more dust on them. The windowsill is another area that just gets so messy and dusty, especially when you've got Ella waving to everyone going by outside. There always seems to be dirty handprints over there, so I'm just giving that a quick wipe up. And next onto my mirror. I must admit this mirror never really gets that dirty just because of the area it's in, and it's obviously high up on the wall, but it does get a bit of smoke on it from the candles that we use. I need to make sure it is cleaned regularly just so that it doesn't have any smog marks on it. And now onto the couch. This is how I keep my couch really clean. I use the Wiz Leather Clean and Feed, and it is really, really good. Plus it smells incredible. It smells like brand new sofa when you use it, and it really takes off a lot of muck. I mean, look at that cloth, that is disgusting. I think this is the living room pretty much done, so I'm going to give it a good old hoover and move on to the next room, which is the kitchen. First thing that's got to go out the kitchen is the car seat. It takes up so much room, so I'm just going to pop that in the car out of the way. And Fraser made us our dinner, so I'm just going to pop that away in the fridge now that it is cooled down a little bit. I'm going to replace the tea towel that was out because the other one was absolutely filthy. And next it's on to doing some dishes. I'm going to fill up Ella's water bottle and put it in the fridge so that her water is nice and cold when she wakes up. And then just going to load my dishwasher with all the dirty dishes that I've had from this morning. And then the sink needs a really good clean. I don't know about anyone else, but our sink gets so grubby just with the amount of washing that we're doing. I'm going to pop away all the pots and pans that Fraser was finished using from making our dinner. And next I'm going to just fill up our Dishmatic with some more fairy liquids, although I've not got a lot left. I'm going to use my Cif Actifed all over the sink just to make sure that it gets a good scrub. So I like to spray that first just everywhere, and then using my Cif Power Cream, I put that in the sink and give it a really good scrub to get rid of all the tea stains and just to make it look a bit brighter. I like to just scrub all over my taps and the sink and then just leave it to work in and then get on with the rest of the kitchen. I noticed that our window ledge always gets splashes, obviously because it's just at the sink. So I'm just taking off all of my little planters that I got from IKEA, and also the middle one is from Poundland. And I'm just going to give that area a good old wipe and also see if there's any splash marks on the window. I've got a microwave cover that I'm going to just keep in the microwave. That's where I like to store it. So you may as well use your microwave to store away things that you don't want to see. And now I'm just going to go through my mail because we have a load of junk mail that's just come through this morning, as well as some important letters. So I'm just going to separate that and put the ones that are just junk mail out for recycling, and then I'll go through our letters later. Next it's time for the worktops to get a good old wipe down. So I like to throw all the crumbs on the floor and I'll get them with the hoover later. And then I'm just going to use a disinfectant spray to spray the whole countertop to make that nice and shiny. The tea, coffee and sugar canisters could do with a bit of a wipe down as well because they always seem to get fingerprints on them. We have shiny handles. I really wish I never bothered getting shiny handles when we got our kitchen done because they always have finger marks on them, but using the white vinegar spray, it really makes such a difference. So I'm just going to spray that onto a bit of kitchen roll and go over all of my handles and all of the units to make sure there are no fingerprints anywhere. Now that that's done, I'm going to give my sink a quick wipe to get rid of all of that Cif Power spray, and then give it a spray with some antibacterial spray and shine it up using some kitchen roll. Okay, to be fair, I should have been able to get that done within an hour, but my camera battery died halfway through, so I had to charge it, and then I had a coffee break, then I watched some telly, and then I started again, and look who woke up! Miss Ella! Would you like to help Mummy clean? Yeah. Okay, would you like a wee cloth to help me? Yeah. Good job, let's go. You can help. And here's alarm clock number 2. Hello! Did you have a nice sleep? I think I've pretty much done a lot. It might not seem like it actually. I don't know if I've gone for the full hour because it is over 2 halves, but I'm basically just going to go over all the hot spots in the house with my Dettol all-in-one disinfectant spray, which I'm absolutely loving just now. You can get it in Home Bargains for £1.70 and it's so good. So I'm just going to go over all the little like handles and heavy trafficked areas, especially in the kitchen where there might be sort of like dirty handprints and stuff that I might not have caught. And I'm going to hoover and then clean the floor, and then I think I'll spray some air freshener and call it a day. What do you think? Yes, because it's almost dinner time and you'll just make a mess all over again. I absolutely love this Dettol all-in-one spray, like I just told you. I give that a spray in like hot spots, basically just places like handles and the bin and places that I just think could be pretty much full of germs. So now I'm just going to give a quick hoover in the kitchen and in the hallway just to make sure all those crumbs that I threw off earlier are away. Despite me putting these toys away, they're now coming back out again because you need to entertain the lid of the floors. Using some huge floor wipes, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down all of our floors. We don't have a massive amount of floor space, so I prefer just to use a wipe because it is quicker. I'll link a video down below where I got these because it's actually in Poundland, and I did a haul with some other cleaning products that you might quite like to watch, so I'll link that down below for you. And I'm just going to give my hallway window a bit of TLC and clean that up too. Lola is going to sit out and watch because she is always the one that's causing splash marks over in that direction. So guys, that is the end of my cleaning video. Thankfully I don't need to make any more mess now because Daddy made the dinner, so I literally just need to heat it up. So hopefully this will last till tomorrow because it's almost bed and bath time shortly after dinner. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this cleaning kind of video. I really liked doing it. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
Bye! Flying higher than the stars, we'll be dancing till the dawn. The night is young, so are we. So close your eyes and set it free.